I've been using the TCL NxtPaper 40 for almost 2 months now, and I absolutely love it. It has been a big upgrade from my old e-ink phone. It is not perfect though, as it has many flaws, and in this video I'll be going through them, both the pros and the cons of this smartphone. The phone itself looks great. The body feels sturdy, and the screen when off looks really nice with almost no reflections. It's a solid device with great specs such as 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB of internal storage with an option to expand it more through the SD card slot. A 50 megapixels triple rear camera and 32 at the front, and 5010 mAh battery with 33 watts charging. For around $200, that's great value for money. The phone is a bit tall though for me, as it has a ratio of 20.5:9, and also the bezels are not symmetrical. I feel like a 16:9 ratio would have been more to my taste. But having said that, most movies these days use the 21:9 ratio, and watching some of them full screen on this phone is an absolute joy. On to the performance. It is fast and powerful. Everything is snappy. Many complain about the chipset, but I think it'll be a problem only when playing games, as things are fast and smooth for everything I use, even 2K videos on YouTube. I even installed 4 video editing apps and opened them all at the same time to see which had the best features, and there were no problems. I have never encountered any lagging so far on this phone. If more than 5 people comment below asking me to play games on this, then I'll do it and publish a video. Please mention the name of the games. This is the first phone I've used that have stereo speakers, so it was a pleasant surprise for me to hear such good quality, full sound from a phone. Battery is great. It charges fast using a 33-watt charger and goes to 80% in 35 minutes or so, while from 80 to 100%, it will take another 20 to 25 minutes. A full charge lasts about 1.5 to 2 days, which I'm very happy with. Do note that my brightness level is usually set at the lowest except during mornings when I take it to 10%, and when I'm outdoors where I push it to the max. I couldn't get a case for it in my country, so I searched for a phone with similar dimensions and got the Redmi 13C. It fits nicely, but I have to make adjustments for the headphone jack and fingerprint reader. And it was unsuccessful, as the fingers can't reach the reader fully, but there is face unlock, so that's what I use now. The best words to describe this screen is beautiful and soft. Using it and watching videos, and especially movies on it, is an enjoyable experience, but without the eye strain I usually get from other phones. The colors are vivid and everything is clear, and it's just an overall beautiful, satisfactory experience. But it does have its drawbacks. I remember when I first got the Hisense Pro, I spent almost the whole day with it and slept soundly at night with no problems. But this is not the case with this phone, at least in the beginning, because while the eye strain is not there, I did get headaches during the first week. Like one rainy Sunday, I spent most of the day in bed with the phone, and I could feel a headache in the evening. And trying to find the source for this was one of the reasons this review took so long to make. And I am now sure the cause for this is using it at night, as even the lowest brightness level is still a bit too bright for me. So I downloaded the lower brightness app, and it has helped tremendously, as the headaches are now gone, even when I use the phone for an hour or so before sleep. There is a default darker brightness setting on the phone for darker environments, but it's automatic with no manual control. And the brightness levels of this phone is its biggest Achilles heel, as the lowest level is not low enough when using at night, and the highest level is not bright enough for outdoor use. In the video, it seems like it's totally dark, but in real life I can see the screen and use it properly. But I find myself always wishing it was brighter. Every time I use it outdoors, I always wish I could increase the brightness when it's sunny out. If the sky is cloudy, then it's perfect, as everything is clear and vivid. Then, there's the 2 NxtPaper modes, which I feel is just a gimmick, as I don't see a use case for them. For reading, there's not much difference between the original color mode and the black and white one. And for webcomics, the muted color NxtPaper mode is a downgrade to the default full color mode. So in conclusion, it's not as good as e-ink, but it doesn't cause eye strain like traditional LCD and OLED phones. So for example, if an OLED phone gives an eye strain level of 100 and an e-ink phone is, let's say, 5, then this one is around 12 to 17. The pics I've taken are beautiful and satisfactory. Obviously, it can't compete with the likes of Google Pixel or iPhone cameras, but it's more than good enough for sharing on social media and WhatsApp, and for capturing moments and storing memories. I like that the brightness auto-adjusts when I open the camera app. I love my TCL NxtPaper 40. It's snappy, powerful, and the display is beautiful. It just gets the job done. Most importantly, though, I no longer have to compromise. In the past, I always felt like I had to. When I use LCD or OLED phones, they always caused me eye strain, and I had to limit my use to the minimum duration possible, especially at night. Ever since this eye strain began around 2015 when I started doing computer work, and until I got my e-ink phone in 2021, I didn't watch even one movie on a phone. Then with the e-ink phone, while it was great in terms of no eye strain and perfect use outdoors, there were many compromises I had to accept. First is the slow refresh rate, and another one is the lack of security in Google Play, which meant I couldn't or wouldn't dare install many apps such as banking and others. And also, if I watch videos on it for some time, there is a sort of readjustment I have to go through due to the change in speed on the device compared to real life. But now with the TCL NxtPaper 40, I can do all the things a normal smartphone would, but without the eye strain. And for this, I can't thank TCL enough for making this phone. Since TCL is primarily a monitor company, I hope they make one with this display. It would be perfect to use for work. I'll be releasing a video soon talking about the advantages of an e-ink phone versus the TCL NxtPaper 40.